Today we're talking about coaxial cable, what it is, how it works, where it's used, and why quality makes a big difference. You see it everywhere, but most people don't realize how clever and important it actually is. So let's start with a bit of history. Coaxial cable was invented back in 1880 by the English engineer Oliver Heaviside, a pioneer of electrical transmission. But it wasn't until the 1930s that coaxial cable was first put to large-scale use. In fact, in 1936, the BBC used coaxial cable to broadcast the very first television signals between London and a transmitter at Alexandra Palace. During World War II, coax cable was used extensively in radar and secure communications. After that, it became a key part of cable television, telephone lines, and later, satellite and broadband systems. Now let's look at how it works. The term coaxial means that the center conductor and the outer shielding share the same axis. They run concentrically. This design helps carry high-frequency signals with minimal loss and minimal interference. Inside the cable, you've got four main layers. First, there's the center conductor, usually solid copper or sometimes copper-coated steel. This is where the signal actually travels. Surrounding that is the dielectric insulator, usually a foam or plastic that keeps the center conductor evenly spaced from the shielding. Then comes the shielding layer. This can be a foil, a metal braid, or both. This shield stops interference getting in and also stops the signal from leaking out. Finally, the outer jacket protects everything from physical damage. If it's for outdoor use, it's usually UV resistant and more weatherproof. So, what is coax cable used for? In homes, it's mainly used for TV aerial signals, satellite feeds, and sometimes broadband internet. If you've got a sky dish, a Freeview aerial, or a masthead amplifier in the loft, they'll all be running over coaxial cable, usually 75 ohm. The 75 ohm standard is critical. Everything in the system, the aerial, the cable, the TV tuner, is designed for 75 ohms. If the cable doesn't match that impedance, the signal can bounce back and cause interference. That's called signal reflection, and it results in things like ghosting or picture dropout. So now let's talk about the difference between cheap coax and high-quality coax. A cheap coaxial cable might look okay on the outside, but inside it can be a mess. You'll often find poor shielding with a loose or sparse braid, a copper-coated steel core instead of solid copper, a low-grade insulator, inconsistent impedance, and a plastic jacket that cracks in the sun. That kind of cable might be okay for short runs indoors, but over time, or at higher frequencies like for satellite, it just doesn't perform well. On the other hand, a good quality coax like WF100 or CT100 will have a solid copper core for better signal and DC power delivery, double screening, foil and braid for excellent interference rejection, a durable UV-resistant jacket for outdoor use, and a consistent 75 ohm impedance throughout. The difference really shows over longer runs and with satellite signals that operate at much higher frequencies, up to 2.2 gigahertz. You also want solid copper if you're powering a masthead amplifier because copper conducts low-voltage DC much better than copper-coated steel. So to sum up, coaxial cable has been around for over a century, but it's still used in almost every home. It's simple, reliable, and still the most practical way to move RF signals from place to place. But not all coax is created equal. If you want long-term performance, reliable signal, and no dropouts, go for the proper stuff. 75 ohm, double screened, and solid copper. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more practical guides like this.